Did Bruce Lee change the world of martial arts and cinema, or did he simply reflect an evolving understanding of East and West? This question has intrigued many for decades. But one thing is certain: Bruce Lee was a powerhouse of talent, a force of nature that transformed the perception of martial arts and Asian culture in American cinema. Born as Lee Junfan, Bruce Lee was so much more than just an actor or a martial artist. He was a philosopher, an instructor, a film director, a producer, a screenwriter, and the founder of Jeet Kune, a hybrid martial arts philosophy. His influence extended far beyond the film sets and training dojos. He was an innovator, a trailblazer, who dared to think differently, to challenge the norms, and to break the barriers. Lee's influence on the portrayal of Asians in American films was profound. He shattered the stereotypical image of Asians portrayed in Hollywood, presenting a new, powerful, and dynamic perspective. He brought to the forefront the true spirit and strength of Asian culture, breaking down the walls of misunderstanding and prejudice. His role in popularizing traditional martial arts films cannot be overstated. His films were not just about fights and stunts, but were a blend of philosophy, culture, and art. They were a celebration of the martial arts spirit, resonating with audiences worldwide and sparking a significant interest in Chinese culture that continues to this day. Lee's Jeet Kune Do was not just a martial art, but a philosophy, a way of life. It was a synthesis of various combat disciplines, reflecting his belief in adaptability, fluidity, and self-expression. His philosophy has been credited with paving the way for mixed martial arts, making him a pioneer in the field. The impact of Bruce Lee cannot be measured in films or fights alone. His influence was, and continues to be, a global phenomenon. He was not just a martial artist or an actor. He was an icon, a symbol of strength, resilience, and unity. He bridged the gap between East and West, bringing together cultures, ideas, and people. Let's delve into the life of the man who became an icon, bridging the gap between East and West. Born in San Francisco's Chinatown, Bruce Lee was the son of Cantonese opera star Lee Hoi-chun. His introduction to the world was not only marked by the vibrant energy of the bustling city, but also the rich cultural heritage of his parents who hailed from Hong Kong, then a British colony. Bruce's early life was a blend of East and West, a fusion that would later become a defining characteristic of his groundbreaking martial arts philosophy and film career. Raised in Kowloon, his days were infused with the melodies of Cantonese opera, the rhythm of Hong Kong's streets, and the whispers of ancient Chinese philosophies. His father, a luminary in the Cantonese opera world, was his first link to the enchanting realm of film. And it was under his father's watchful eye that Bruce took his initial steps in the world of cinema, appearing in several films as a child actor. These early experiences ignited a spark in him, a love for storytelling and performance that would continue to burn brightly throughout his life. However, the young Bruce was not just destined for the silver screen. His agile physique and intuitive understanding of movement led him to the disciplined world of martial arts. His training began under the tutelage of renowned masters, instilling in him a deep respect for the art form and a desire to innovate within its traditions. As he grew older, the call of the West echoed once again, and at the age of 18, Bruce made the momentous decision to move to the United States. He aimed to further his education at the University of Washington in Seattle, a step that he hoped would open new doors and provide fresh opportunities. But life, as it often does, had other plans. The journey that awaited him was not confined to the halls of academia. Instead, it would lead him onto the world stage, where he would revolutionize martial arts and forever change the face of cinema. At the age of 18, Bruce moved to the United States for higher education, but destiny had a different plan. As Bruce Lee began his university life in Seattle, he also embarked on a journey that would redefine martial arts. His time at the University of Washington was not just about academics. It was also an important period in his martial arts evolution. He had begun training in Wing Chun, a traditional form of Chinese Kung Fu, during his childhood in Hong Kong. This discipline became the foundation upon which he built his martial arts philosophy. In Seattle, Bruce started teaching martial arts, sharing his knowledge and skills with others. His classes were a melting pot of techniques, styles, and philosophies, reflecting his open-minded approach to martial arts. Bruce was not content to simply replicate the forms he had been taught. He was always exploring, always seeking to integrate new elements into his practice. It was during this time that Bruce began to formulate his own martial arts philosophy, one that would transcend traditional boundaries and conventions. He named it Jeet Kune, the way of the intercepting fist. Jeet Kune was not just another martial art. It was a philosophy of combat, a way of thinking about and engaging with the world. Bruce believed in the importance of adaptability, of being like water, fluid, and ever-changing. He rejected rigid forms and structures, instead emphasizing the need for freedom, flexibility, and self-expression. In his words, "I do not believe in styles anymore. I do not believe that there is such thing as a Chinese way of fighting or a Japanese way of fighting. There is only a right way and a wrong way to fight." This revolutionary approach to martial arts was not without its critics. Traditionalists accused him of diluting the purity of the ancient forms. But Bruce was undeterred. He was a trailblazer, a visionary who saw beyond the established norms and dared to forge his own path. Bruce Lee's journey in the world of martial arts was transformative, not just for him, but for the entire martial arts world. His influence continues to be felt today, in the training halls and dojos around the globe, and in the burgeoning world of mixed martial arts. While he was influencing the world of martial arts, his impact on cinema was about to take center stage. Bruce Lee's films, produced in Hong Kong and Hollywood, elevated traditional martial arts films to a new level of popularity and acclaim. His dynamic presence on the silver screen was undeniable. With charisma, skill, and a deep understanding of martial arts, Lee reshaped the genre and left an indelible mark on the film industry. Central to his film career were 5 early 1970s martial arts films. The Big Boss and Fist of Fury, both directed by Lo Wei, introduced Lee's unique style and philosophy to global audiences. He was not just an actor, he was a force of nature who brought the spirit of martial arts to life on the screen. His third major film, The Way of the Dragon, was a testament to his multifaceted talent. Lee was not only its star, but also its producer, director, and writer. This film showcased his commitment to authenticity and his desire to introduce the world to his martial arts philosophy, Jeet Kune Do. Produced by Warner Brothers and Golden Harvest, Enter the Dragon was his first film to be produced by a Hollywood studio. The film became iconic, transcending cultural boundaries and cementing Lee's status as a global superstar. His final film, Game of Death, directed by Robert Klaus, was unfortunately left unfinished due to his untimely death. Yet, even incomplete, the film is a testament to Lee's inimitable style and vision. These films did more than just entertain. They sparked a worldwide interest in Chinese culture and martial arts. Lee was a proud symbol of Chinese nationalism, and his films often explored themes of identity and resistance. He also challenged stereotypes associated with Asian men, presenting them as strong, capable, and complex characters. His films broke barriers and blazed trails, paving the way for future generations of Asian actors and martial artists. Lee's influence can still be seen today in the continued popularity of martial arts films and the growing global appreciation for Chinese culture. Bruce Lee's legacy continues to inspire as he remains a symbol of Chinese nationalism and an icon of 20th century pop culture. His impact is far-reaching, his influence undeniable, and his spirit eternally preserved in the films he so passionately created. From his early life in Kowloon to his global influence in martial arts and cinema, Bruce Lee's life was a journey of relentless pursuit and cultural bridging. Born in San Francisco and raised in Kowloon, Lee was a child of two worlds. His life was a testament to the power of embracing one's roots while forging a unique path. As a martial artist, Lee was a pioneer. He founded Jeet Kune Do, a hybrid martial arts philosophy derived from various combat disciplines. His approach to martial arts was not just about physical prowess, but also about the philosophical underpinnings of self-expression and personal development. His influence is still felt today, as he is often credited with paving the way for mixed martial arts. In cinema, Lee was a force of nature. His performances in films such as The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Enter the Dragon brought martial arts films to a new level of popularity and acclaim. He was not just an actor, but a director, a producer, and a screenwriter, always pushing the boundaries of what was possible in martial arts cinema. But perhaps Lee's most enduring legacy is his role in changing perceptions of Asian culture. He challenged stereotypes and paved the way for a more nuanced representation of Asians in American films. He was a beacon of Chinese nationalism, a symbol of pride for many in the Chinese diaspora. Lee's life was cut tragically short, but his influence continues to ripple through time. His philosophies, his films, his martial arts teachings all continue to inspire and influence countless individuals across the globe. His legacy is not just in the punches and kicks he delivered on screen, but in the way he lived his life, with passion, with purpose, and with an unyielding belief in the power of self-expression. Bruce Lee, an icon, a philosopher, and a martial artist, continues to inspire and influence, proving that the spirit of his legacy is indeed like water, formless, shapeless, and ever-flowing.